What up, peeps? Welcome to today's vlog. Today is Friday. I'm getting the vlog started here at 2:15 p.m. I'm not even at the store yet. Ryan has been there since 11, handling things and taking care of stuff. So Abby's fine, but I did have to take her to the hospital earlier. She woke me up probably at like 5:30 in the morning, and she was having some trouble breathing, and she had some pretty bad pains in like her upper abdomen. And like I got ready to go. We were going to go to the doctor, go to the hospital and everything. And then I was like, I just need to use the restroom real quick and then we'll go. And when I came back out, she's like, it's mostly gone. I feel fine. I think it was like some sort of panic attack type thing, which she doesn't have. She said she's only ever had one panic attack in her entire life, and it didn't feel like that. But there was no other explanation, so she was like, well, I feel better now, so I guess, it's fine. And so we went back to sleep, and then she woke up again at like 7:30 with the same thing happening. Not as bad as the first time, but it was happening again, and I was like, okay, we have to go. So I took her to the hospital, took her to the emergency room. Basically, long story short, she may have pancreatitis, I think is what it's called. So basically, they did a CAT scan. They gave her some medication. She was a little nauseous as well, so they gave her anti-nausea medication and pain medication, which is helping, which is good. It's taking care of the pain. She has a prescription for both of those as well. We stopped on the way home and dropped off the stuff, and her mom's gonna go pick it up for her later. She has to make an appointment with another doctor though to get some other stuff done. Basically just to confirm that that's what it is, and if that is what it is, then she's going to get medication and hopefully she'll be better. That's pretty much all it takes. Luckily, it's not like a really bad thing where it's going to require surgery or anything like that. So she's fine. She's just in a little bit of pain, but she has the medication, so that's kind of taken care of. Obviously, she doesn't really want to be filmed, which is perfectly fine, but we wanted to at least let you guys know what's going on, because it was scary. But that's just, it's life. Stuff happens, and we don't want to hide those kind of things. We don't want people to think that we're like, we're lying about things or making stuff up or anything like that, because we don't do that. We never would. There's no point in that. So we know that people who watch every day, even though you've never met us in person, you feel like you have a connection to us, like we're friends or something, and I totally get that. I feel the same way when I watch certain YouTubers that I've watched for a long time. I feel like I know them, and if something bad happens to them, I feel bad about it because I feel like, they're a part of my life, and I'm sure that some of you guys feel that way about us as well. So we want to just let you know what's going on, keep you guys in the loop. If anything else happens, of course, we will give you guys an update, but I just wanted to at least tell you what's going on right now. So you might not see Abby in the next few vlogs. She's obviously not coming to the store today. I highly doubt she'll be coming in tomorrow. She doesn't have her new appointment set up just yet, so we're going to be doing that, or she's going to be calling and getting that set up today. But she's probably just going to be sleeping. She was up all night, as you can imagine, so she's extremely tired. I'm pretty tired as well, but luckily I was able to get a couple more hours of sleep after bringing her back. So huge shout out to Ryan and Jess for handling the store this morning. I got a few phone calls from Ryan about things that he needed some help with, but it sounds like everything's going okay. I hope that he's not too swamped. I'm on my way there right now to help him with everything. So that's where we're at right now. Like I said, if anything else changes, I'll give you guys an update, let you guys know what's going on. But just know that we appreciate you guys, and thank you guys for all your support and your patience and understanding and all that stuff. It's definitely appreciated. And yeah, I love Abby. I don't want her to be in pain or anything, so hopefully it's all taken care of really, really soon. All right, guys, so we're closed now. Unfortunately, we were pretty busy when I got here, so I started helping Ryan and Jess and everything, and we just didn't have time to film like throughout the day, unfortunately. We didn't get too many trade-ins though, so I don't have a ton of stuff to show you, but we got a Wii U console. I'm not sure where Ryan has it. He was resetting it. Actually, I think it's that one. Came with the gamepad, all the cables, and then 2 third-party Pro controllers, and then Wind Waker and Mario 3D World. We also got this blue 3DS XL. We got a white PSP Go, which is pretty cool. And then also pink DSi. Burnout, Lego Batman 3, and the Sonic. That's not the correct price. Ryan did these trades. And Guitar Hero Live, Okami HD, Rock Band 3, Plants vs. Zombies, Ghost Recon, New Super Mario Bros. U, FIFA Soccer 13, and Project Gotham Racing 2. That's pretty much everything from today. And I hate to be a downer, guys. I'm in a really, really bad mood. We had more shoplifting issues today, and I know that everyone, not everyone, but a lot of people have been commenting that, like, they think that they're connected, or they think that they're people that watch the vlogs. They are definitely not. Let me tell you that right up front, because I know for a fact the guy that tried to steal those Pokemon, or that stole the Pokemon cards yesterday, but came back to get his phones that he left, that guy was like a crackhead. He definitely is not a fan. He does not watch the videos. I've seen him before. He didn't take them for any other reason other than he thought he would get away with it. Luckily, that was all he took. And when he came back to get his phones, he paid for them. But what happened today pisses me off the most. And I didn't even want to talk about it because, like, I just don't even know what to say anymore. It just makes me so angry. I don't care about the monetary value of the items that are being stolen. Anything that's really expensive is locked up. It's in a glass case. The stuff that's being taken doesn't necessarily matter that much, except for one item from today. It's just the audacity that people have to do this. We're not GameStop. We're not Walmart. We're not some massive corporation. We are a 3-person team that has this one small store. And we rely on the store to pay our bills at home, to buy gas, to buy food, to pay off my student loan debt, to pay for our electricity, to, to provide Ryan with his paycheck every 2 weeks. And the fact that people just are so selfish that they are willing to steal from a small mom and pop store, it is very disheartening. And it makes it really hard to, obviously, it makes it hard to have a good attitude and be in a positive mood and interact with customers in the way that you should when someone just ran out of the store with $700 worth of inventory. And they don't care. They don't care about us. So I didn't want to talk about it, but there's one item in particular that was stolen that I kind of have to address. And I just, like I said, I didn't want to talk about it just because people watching right now, some of you guys, are going to think that these thefts are connected in some way. And they're not. I know that they're not. I don't need to read a bunch of comments with conspiracy theories or anything like that. I don't need pity. All I want to do is, well, for one, we've contacted the police. I'll tell you the story here in just a minute, but basically what I'm saying is I don't want people to try to convince me that something's happening when it's not. They're not connected. I know that they're not. It's not an inside job. I know that that was kind of a joke on the first one. Oh, Ryan did it. He didn't, obviously. We have security cameras, and what happened today was the worst of them all. So, just please think about the comments that you're posting on the video before you post them. I read every single comment, and I just don't need to be reading anything that's going to make me more upset. And the one thing that seems to do it the most is when people push conspiracy theories. Just take the story for exactly what it is. I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. All I request is that you just believe every word that I'm saying, because nothing is false. I would not make anything up about this. I wouldn't fabricate any sort of situation like this, because it really freaking sucks. I don't like having to deal with crap like this. It puts me in a bad mood. I generally am the type of person that is happy. I'm usually a happy person. I'm usually in a good mood. And even if something bad is going on, I can generally get past it pretty quick. You guys have hopefully seen that in, the previous couple videos where we have had shoplifting issues, when someone broke into our store, when the lady got hit and died, like right outside the store. These things are horrible. Obviously, some more than others. But I am usually a pretty positive person, and because it's happened so often recently, it's really wearing me down, especially with what happened this morning with Abby. So basically what happened is this morning when we were going to the hospital, I texted Ryan and I asked him and Jess if they could come in half an hour early, so that we usually come in at 11:30 anyway, because we open at noon. So we use that half an hour to pull orders from overnight that sold on the website. I asked him to come in at 11, so an hour early, half an hour more than normal, so that him and Jess could get the orders pulled and do whatever they needed to do before opening. Without me here, having the extra half an hour would just be good for them to be able to do that. So I just told him what was going on. He's like, yeah, of course, take all the time you need, whatever, we'll be there. Ryan and Jess are both awesome people, and it is neither of their faults that any of this has happened. But basically, Ryan was helping a customer. I think he was helping them with a trade-in or something like that. And there was probably 5 or 6 customers in the store. We have a limit to 6 customers at a time. We can't always enforce it because people just walk in and they're in large groups, and people come in the door and immediately go to the sides and we can't see them. We do our best to limit it to 6 people, but sometimes it does get above that. I'm pretty sure, though, there was 5 or 6 people. So that part's not even important. Anyway, so Ryan was already helping a customer with a trade-in or a sale or whatever it was, and a guy came in with a box of games, and it looked like it was mostly PlayStation 4, maybe some PlayStation 3, Xbox, whatever it was. This guy has been into the store at least 2 times before, and I have dealt with him personally. He is probably somewhere around my age, if I had to guess. He's African American. He has very short dreadlocks, and he's got some sort of facial tattoos. I can't really remember. I'm just basing this off of, because I recognized him from the security footage, but I remembered who it was, and I've dealt with him before, so I'm remembering based off of that. So the reason that I remember him so specifically is because he has tried to do trade-ins before, but he claims that he lost his ID. And obviously, we can't take in trades without an ID. So I remembered him from that because he created a customer account, but we don't have his ID on there. So we have his name and a phone number. The only problem is I don't know what it is. And I have no way of looking it up because from what I can remember, he's only bought a couple things, and they've been like just, oh, he bought like one $3 PS3 game or something like that. I have no possible way of looking him up in our system without remembering what his name is, and I don't know what it is. Like I said, he's only been in a couple times. So he came in with that box. He told, I'm assuming there's no audio, but I'm assuming he told Ryan, hey, I want to trade this stuff in or sell it for cash, whatever. He put it down, and then, because Ryan was helping another customer, he's like walking around the store. And in the footage, I believe the first thing that he did was he emptied the games out of his box. He had like, a box like this. It's taller than that, but it was a box like that. And he emptied his stuff out onto the counter, and Ryan was obviously dealing with the customer right here. Jess was over to my right here, cleaning or testing or resurfacing discs or whatever. And Ryan recognized the guy too, from being in here before. So if people are acting suspicious or if they're sketchy, we keep an eye on them. But because that guy had been in here before and he'd bought stuff, Ryan, he told me he didn't think anything of it because he recognized him as one of our customers. So the guy took his box, and he was standing right over here. We have like a little end cap shelf which has Pokemon cards on the top. It's got an Xbox One power supply below that, and then it also had an NES Classic there. The one that got traded in that had the original box, and then the shelf below that, it has the NES and Super Nintendo Classics with the refurbished boxes from Nintendo. So he took his box, and he went over there. He grabbed the NES Classic. Okay, that's just the address for the store. He grabbed the NES Classic, put it in the box, the one that had the original box, and then he grabbed a second NES Classic with the refurbished box, put that in his box. He closed it up. He walked over to Jess, and he had a headset that he brought in. He's like, you don't take headsets, do you? And Jess said no, because we don't take pre-owned headsets. He put it on top of the box, walked out to his car. Jess assumed he was just taking his stuff back out, because she said, no, we don't take that. Then he comes back in, and he's doing his thing. He's walking around, and he takes... We had a big, like, Street Fighter Tekken arcade stick for, like, the 360 or something. And let me show you where it is. It'll just be easier for you guys to kind of understand what happened. This is where the NES Classic was, and the other one was right in front of this one. So he was standing right here where I am. He put them in, did his thing. Then he came over here. This big empty gap here is where the Tekken arcade stick was at, which was like $140. So the NES Classics that he took two of were $90 a piece. The arcade stick was like $140. It was factory sealed. He put it down right here and kind of slid it along, and he got it all the way over to here, and then he put it on the ground right here. This is, you can't really, if you're standing in the right spot, you can't see the register. So if Ryan's at the register, he's not going to see something on the floor right here. So that's where he had it. Then he came over here, and we used to have two red Wiis here. This one is priced at $100 because it doesn't have the games, but we had a second one that was fully complete with both games that was priced at like $130. He took that down, took it over there, and stacked it on top of the Tekken arcade stick box. And then, I don't know what happened. I haven't been able to review the footage 100% yet because, like I said, when I got here, we were pretty busy. But basically, from what Ryan and Jess told me and what I can see in the footage, I don't know if I missed something, but basically, at some point, because he had like a stack of stuff, he at least had the Wii and the Tekken arcade stick. There might have been something else, I'm not sure yet, but he like walked over here, picked them up real quick, and walked out the door. He clearly had someone in a car outside, because that's where he was putting the stuff. And when he did that, another customer saw him and came up to the front and told Jess or told Ryan that guy just walked out with the stuff. I think he told Jess. I think Ryan was in the back, like, grabbing a controller or something. But she must have told Ryan, and on the footage you can see that Ryan walks over here to the door to see like where the guy went, what happened, and as soon as he gets about right here, the guy is opening the door to come back in. And Ryan told me that he said to the guy, he was like, "Did you just take stuff? Did you just steal stuff from us?" And according to Ryan, the guy was like, "No, what are you talking about?" And at that point, Ryan said, "We have security cameras. I can go and check and see if you did." And according to Ryan, the guy was like, "Fine, do whatever you gotta do. I didn't take anything, blah, blah, blah." So Ryan went into the back to try to look at the security cameras, and he was only back there for like 15 seconds. And in that time, the guy came up here, because Ryan was working on his trade at that point. He like reached over the counter, picked up all the games that he was trying to trade in, and ran out with them. So the one part that I am missing, I have not reviewed the footage enough to figure out when this happened, but he stole something off the counter here that sold to one of you guys through the website. And that is the part that pisses me off the most, because the item is already sold. It's not like he's not just stealing from us at that point, he's stealing from you, and that's what pisses me off the most. And I honestly don't know what we're going to do. Like, I've called the police, we have the security footage, I also have a list of everything that he stole and the prices and all that. So what he stole off the counter here was the Game Boy player with the disc for the GameCube, which that was another $139.99, another $140. So in total, for the stuff that we know that he stole, it was $590. And there's probably even more than that. That's just what we can confirm so far. So it sucks. What I'm going to do for the person, because someone bought the Wavebird with the receiver and the Game Boy player with the disc. Because this happened, I don't have the Game Boy player, obviously. We only had the one. I'm going to bring my personal one from home and send that. So I'm still going to be able to fulfill that order. If you're watching, I'm so sorry. But I'm going to fulfill your order with our personal one. The Wavebird is still here. He didn't take that. I called the other game store in town. I called the personal cell phone of the owner, and he told me that they are closed. He's out of town with his family right now, so they're not even open. So they're definitely not taking anything there. I called the GameStop that's really close to us, and they took down all the information. They took down the description of the guy and all the stuff that was stolen, but they had not seen someone like that, or no one had tried to trade in or sell those types of items. I also called a pawn shop that's pretty close. They did the same thing as GameStop, but told me that they hadn't seen anything like that. And like I said, I called the police. The police officer was supposed to be here at the store before 7, because we close at 7. He was supposed to come in to get the security footage, which I have on a flash drive for him, along with the receipt of everything. He did not come in before 7, so I'm assuming he's probably going to come in tomorrow. I understand he's, someone could have got stabbed or something. There's probably more important stuff than, shoplifting at a video game store. But I'm hoping that they're going to be able to catch the guy. It would be cool to get the stuff back, but I'm obviously not counting on that. I just don't want him out there doing this to any other small businesses, because it's messed up. And it just really sucks. Like I said, they're not connected. The guy from yesterday was a crackhead. He was Caucasian. The guy today, like I said, he's been in multiple times before. Not a crackhead. And they're just... It really sucks, guys. So it's 7:30. I need to head home, see how Abby's doing. I think I'm going to go ahead and end the vlog here, guys. Thank you for all your support. It means the world. But yeah, today was really, really terrible. So, like I said at the beginning of the vlog, before I knew this, I didn't know someone had shoplifted until I got here. But like I said earlier, I don't want to keep things from you guys. And this is just one of those things that it sucks to have to deal with it, especially like back to back, because as far as we were aware, before this first incident last week, we have never caught a shoplifter. We've never found anything missing that we were like, oh, we never sold that. Where is it? Like, we've never had an issue with shoplifting here. And for it to happen 3 times in like a week and a half is horrible. And it makes me feel awful. And it almost makes me want to close the store and just do online again and, you know, do that. But we can't do that. It sucks. But, you know, the only thing we can do is be more vigilant. And even if we think we recognize someone or we think we know someone as a regular customer, we still need to keep an eye on them. And we cannot have one person here by themselves. It wasn't the plan, obviously, to have Ryan. Jess was here, but she's not, you know, she's not an actual employee. She doesn't have, like, Ryan used to work at Salvation Army. People would steal from them all the time. Jess is a teacher. She doesn't have the kind of like retail experience of dealing with stuff like this. So while she is helpful to have here, she's not looking for shoplifters, you know, and neither is Ryan when he's helping another customer. But we obviously did not intend for Ryan to be here by himself today. You know, I thought that Abby and I would get up in the morning, we would come in here, we'd work with Ryan, it'd be a good day, whatever. And then this happened. You know, had to take Abby to the hospital, and that resulted in Ryan being here by himself. And it happened, and there's, you know, aside from, you know, continuing on with the police report and everything, there's not much we can do about it at this point, other than just be more vigilant, keep an eye out. We are upgrading our entire camera system. I'm getting 4K cameras for this place. We have HD cameras now, but they do make 4K security cameras, so that's what I'm going to be going with. And we're adding a crap ton more as well. I think at the moment we have 7 cameras, and I'm adding a lot more. I'm also going to have some pointing out the windows, so if anyone has a car that they're getting into after they steal, like the guy today, we're going to get a license plate. And other than that, I guess the only other thing we can do is try to keep some more of the expensive stuff behind glass. But, I mean, unless we're going to buy, you know, 10 more glass cases, I don't really know how we're going to be able to do that. We only have so much room in here. So, I don't know. But I'm going to be looking into getting the security cameras tonight. I was already planning on doing it anyway after what happened the first time. But it's just ridiculous. And we're only getting busier and busier in here, which that's a good thing, you know, having more customers and more trade-ins and more sales and everything. That's a good thing. But it does make it more difficult to keep an eye on stuff. So I don't know. We're going to be looking to hire someone at some point. I still don't know when, but I guess now the sooner the better. Just having another set of eyes in here, even if their job is literally to stand at the front door and just watch people and just to make sure that we're keeping that limit at 6, it would be helpful. So, I don't know, guys. Today sucks. I normally would say I hope you enjoyed the video, but I kind of hope you didn't enjoy this one. So, I'm going to go home, guys. Thank you for watching. And we'll see you tomorrow.